Hello guys, I'm back with my new video. Myself, Dr. Vishwajit Anand. I'm a radiology first year PG in GMC Jammu. Today, we're gonna discuss about active and passive learning. We all have bunch of guys in our batch whom you have seen sitting in library reading for several hours and still being an average student. On the other side, there must be a bunch of guys who must be smoking, drinking and enjoying their life till whole of the year, and they will start reading 1 month before the exam and still being counted among the toppers list. There are so many factors for this huge difference, and one among them is active and passive learning. We have discussed about other factors in our previous videos, so if you have not watched those videos, please go back and then watch those videos and then come back to this video so that you will get a better insight of this video. Passive learning simply means that we are not using our brain. We just open a book and start reading it cover to cover. The problem is that there are numerous information coming to our brain throughout a day. Our brain cannot hold every information with equal importance. So its natural tendency is to delete unwanted information from our memory. Well, the things which come to it again and again, it tries to retain that thing and transfer it from short memory to long term memory so that we can remember it for a long duration of time and we can recall whenever it is required. Active learning simply means that we are actively involved in the learning process. We are using our brain to actively process the information, and by doing this, we make more synapses between the neurons, and the more number of synapses, and finally activating our hippocampus to store the information in long-term memory. There are many ways to do active learning. One of them is whenever we read something, after reading a paragraph or suppose a chapter, we have to just close the book and then take a pen and a sheet and note down first the subheadings of that topic and then try to recall each and every point of that topic of each subheading and try to note it down on the sheet. Look, no one will be able to recall 100% of the thing what he has or she has read. You have to try your best and give a stress stimulus to your brain. Try to note it down first of all the subheadings and how much ever you can retain, how much ever the things, how much ever the content coming into your mind. And then when you are done with all subheadings and all the points whatever came into your mind, don't worry about the missing contents or about the contents coming in random order. Just note it down whatever is coming into your mind, no matter in whatever order. And then when you are done with all subheadings, then just open the book and then jot down that what all things you missed or whatever order, in specific order did you miss the content. When you are done with jotting down the points of the subheading of any specific topic, you just have to open the book and look over the things whatever you have missed and in what specific order it was written and in what specific order you have written, so that when you do it on a daily basis, on a continuous basis, it will there will be more synapses in your brain between the neurons and the data will be transferred into long-term memory. At the beginning, you won't be able to recall more than 20 to 30% of the content. But don't worry, as you progress, and you have to be consistent with it. If you are consistent and as you progress, you will notice that you are able to recall and remember more and more. Suppose 30%, next time 35, 40, 45, 50, like that it will progress and it will continue. But if you are not consistent with it, you will be able to recall only the 20 to 30% after 10 days also, whatever, how much ever you are able to recall now. Now, if you don't like to write, you can discuss with your friends or rather teach them, or if you don't have any study companion, then you can just stand in front of a mirror and try to explain it to yourself. Look, reading is easy, but teaching or explaining the same things to yourself or anybody else is difficult, because for that you have to get a deep understanding of the concept, and also you should recall each and every content of the topic. Then only you can explain it to anybody else. So if you make it a habit to teach or discuss whatever you have read to anybody else, then you will have a better grasp of the content, and it will be stored in long term memory for long interval of time. So guys, this was my videos on active and passive learning. Meet you in next video, in which we're gonna discuss about more ways to do active learning effectively, so that we can retain more percentage of the content of the any topic or any subject whatever we are reading right now. Till then, good luck.